Welcome to the second annual CannaDataCon. I'm your host, Ian Dominguez. I'm the founder of CannaDataCon and of Delta Emerald Ventures. Started Delta Emerald 5 years ago, and I kept hearing over and over again that there's no good data in cannabis. I knew that that wasn't true, so I set out to do something about it. There are plenty of problems in the cannabis industry, right? So the key to this game is to know what problems are worth solving and to direct all of your attention, your focus, your capital towards solving those problems. And that's what we're here to do today for this whole event. Here's your takeaway. In cannabis, as in life, one person's gain does not need to mean another person's loss. So you take interest in other people, what their problems are, and you try to solve them together. That's why we're all here. There's discounting wars that go on right now. If you think about it, that's kind of like you shoot me and I shoot you, and we just keep doing that into oblivion. That doesn't have to be the answer. Not paying your counterparties, people that you work with day in, day out. You think you're gonna get one over on them by doing this, but you're shooting yourself in the foot. There is a ton of talent here. Very passionate people about this industry. You're here today to try to solve some of these problems, and we're only going to do this together. Does anyone here know where the origin of live and let live comes from? Not the Bible. It's also not from a Paul McCartney song. The answer is actually World War I trenches. You had battle lines that didn't really move. The British and the German front lines were as far apart as like a football field. Soldiers would see the other side day in, day out. They were looking at the other end, and they saw the same people every day. From that, something beautiful and organic came, and that was this concept of live and let live. Both sides realized that if they didn't shoot to kill, if they practiced some degree of restraint, that they themselves would increase the likelihood of their own living. There's 3 necessary conditions that you need for this kind of cooperation to evolve. And this is true not just on the battlefield, but in nature too. One is that you have to have the notion of seeing the other side more than once. This is an iterated game, not a one-off situation. The second is that you have to have this concept of the shadow of the future casting long. You have to actually care about what happens tomorrow or the day after, and not just be focused on the here and now. And the third is that you need at least 2 willing cooperators. You can't have a world of just meanest, baddest, sharpest teeth type of people. This is an evolutionary, stable concept that if you have at least a few of these not mean people or bacteria or birds, you will see cooperation evolve. People from outside the industry are not gonna be our shining grace in this. We have to do it together. So if bacteria and birds and World War I soldiers can figure this out, I'm certain that we can do it too. Thank you very much.